morning, folks. Welcome back to this ABC Journeyman save. I'm the Custard Prophet. This is episode 6 of our first club, which is Andover. And remember, to move on from Andover and get to that club starting with B, we either have to win the league or get promoted or win a cup. We're still in the hunt in this first season to get promoted from this league. We're not going to win it, but we are in 5th place, which is in the playoff places, and we're also still in the League Cup as well. So we've still got 2 chances to get our first bit of success in this save and potentially think about moving on from Andover. But I think I'd still stay here for a season, whatever happens. However, we are going to be playing 2 matches in today's episode, one of which will be against top of the league Tooting and Ealing, who are well ahead of everyone else, so that's not going to be easy. And the second one will be against second place Romsey Town away in the League Cup in the quarterfinals. So yeah, it could all crash horribly down around our little heads today, and let's see how things go. So before we get into anything further, let's have a little look at a bit of transfer business that's happened since we were together last. Unfortunately, superstar of the 10th tier Ben Dillon has decided he wanted to move on because he wasn't happy here any longer. He's gone to AFC Bridgnorth because, of course, they are the kings of football. And he's happy there, apparently, scoring a couple of goals and stuff. But it did mean we had a massive hole up front. How are we going to fill this? Well, let's have a look what we did. We brought in this lad, Daniel Dubidat, which I think is an awesome sounding name. It doesn't sound a real name, but I'm happy with it. Decent finishing, first touch, heading, all the things you'd want apart from pace. He's got no pace, unfortunately, but he's reasonably tall. I mean, he's about my height, so yeah, it's all right. He's got okay jumping reach, okay heading, all that sort of stuff. And there's nothing completely horrific about him, which is it's all we want at this level. So this is the guy that we bought in. I don't think he's not as good in the air as Dylan was, but he's pretty much on a par with him in most other places. So that's fine. So this is how things went since our home match against Romsey Town, which was a little bit disappointing with a loss. I clearly said this next in January we could win every single match because it's all against teams that are kind of struggling in the league, particularly this team Folland, who were supposed to be fairly low down in the league. They smashed us 2-0 and we didn't look very good in this game, which was a bit of a surprise. Then we played Hamsworthy Wreck and we'd lost against this team not too long ago away from home. We managed to put a really good performance here, 5-3 in the 3rd round of the League Cup to get through to the quarterfinals. And as I say, we're going to play Romsey Town in today's episode in that quarterfinals. Metcalf, Pruvo, brace. Guest got a brace. He's come in. I'm not sure if he'd come in at this point last time. Had we started? Yeah, we did play James Guest. He's been doing all right. He got a couple as well. Then we went and played East Cows Vicks at home. This was a bit of a maniac of a game. Lost 3-2, mainly because we had a player sent off and we couldn't quite get back into it. But a couple of goals, Betteridge and Metcalf from the penalty spot. They had a player sent off late, and as soon as that player got himself sent off, we started creating a whole bunch of chances, and I don't know how we didn't quite just pick up a draw, which I think was the fair result there. Then home against Verwood Town, a 3-1 victory here. It looks a lot more comfortable than it was. The 2 goals were quite late for us. Betteridge with 2 of them and Pruvot with the other one. Andover New Street, thankfully we beat our local rivals 5-2. Betteridge with 3. Hall and Pruvot finishing off the scoring. Into February, we had a tough away tie against Petersfield Town. It was a very, very tight match and they just about got over the line with a 1-0 victory. A little frustrated with that, but I wasn't when we got a win away at Ringwood Town in the next match. Metcalf levelled things up fairly late on, and with pretty much the last kick of the game, Danny Dubedat, our new signing, scored on his debut to make it 2-1. We then played bottom of the table Amesbury Town. We had a load of chances here, and we just scored one, which was the most beautiful of free kicks from Andy Hall, who I think he is top assist maker in the league. Very, very good player. And no, we haven't yet. I'm trying to make sure that he'll be here next year, because I think he is a very, very useful player. Not much of the season remaining. We've still got to play Fleet Spurs. As Gary says in the comments, they look pretty terrible. They're not actually bottom of the league anymore, though. Look, in fact, they're up to 16th. Amesbury Town, bottom of the league, and some of these other, including Foland, the team that we lost to, just worse than Fleet Spurs. So God knows what was going on. Let's go and play Totton and Ealing and get our arses handed to us. If we can win this one, it would be enormous. So just quickly look at the league table, and you can see we're just 1 point ahead of Fawley, 2 points ahead of Whitchurch United, but only 2 points shy of Downton with a much better goal difference. So we could move up as high as 4th. I think whatever happens, it's going to be tough to get anything out of the top 2 in here. Even if we qualify, I don't think we're good enough, because we've not really done very well against those at the minute. Okay, let's play a match of... let's play some football. So, team we're going with. Betteridge is going to be alongside Dubedat. Guest on the left, Hall on the right, Metcalf and Chambers in the centre, and then the back line of Butler, Castles, Besant and Hilton. I am looking forward to getting a right back who is capable. Both Hilton and Weir Daly will be leaving at the end of the season, and we will be replacing them, and they're both on reasonable wages, so we'll be using those wages to replace them with someone who can actually kick the ball at right back. I'm really excited about that. Okay, some changes with how we've been playing. We are now a slightly higher line because the low line, we just don't seem to be able to get the forwards out if we're not playing that sort of higher press. So that's what we're doing at the minute. We are now at a standard passing directness rather than more direct, which is fine, and we're passing into space. I've been clicking the hit early crosses on and off, and I'm not sure what's best there, and also the be more disciplined, but we tend to start matches with the be more disciplined on and then just kind of let them go a little bit later on. I think we definitely need to today against Tottenham and Ealing. We don't want to be 2-0 down after 5 minutes. Let's go and play them. Right, early chance for somebody. Here's Hall, plays the worst ball in the world. I was talking about how good he is. That's not the through ball to end all through balls. He won the ball back though, and then lost that. And then Russell, he goes through, and Enrique Russell scores after just 1 minute 45, and that is pretty terrible as starts go. 29 minutes on the clock. Next chance that we've seen, Hall's desperately trying to nip at the Andover team's heels, but yet again, ball's through, and Russell, mate, should have scored that. Defenders are not picking him up. Long ball over the top. Are we going to get hold of this? No, we don't. It's Watts. It's through. And Russell, it's him versus Kessel. And unfortunately, our defenders don't seem to be in the picture at the minute. We can't deal with him at all. So Worrell Parker. Ball over the top. And again, the speed of them is just too much for us to deal with. But Hilton's done all right there. Chambers. He actually plays along the ground to Guest. Guest forward to Betteridge. We're going to have our first highlight. Into Guest. Back to Butler. Ball forward. It's Betteridge. Oh, that was beautifully done, but it's offside, unfortunately. Lovely little bit of control, I thought, there. So, we get to half-time. Unsurprisingly, we haven't really been in this match. I think we're going to have to be a little bit more forward-thinking if we're going to hope to get anything out of it. But by doing that, we are going to invite them to come at us. So it's going to be a worry. what do we do? What do we do? How do we improve this? I think we're going to slightly higher tempo. We're taking off being more disciplined, and we're taking off the hit early crosses in the hope that we can start creating a little bit more with the players that we've got. We've also chucked the counter press on and taken long kicks off, so we're not distributing to the target man, we'll just distribute as the goalkeeper sees fit. See what we do in the second half with that. Well, Kessel does go along with that, and Russell doesn't quite get hold of it. It's Carr down the left side, Broderick, Sunday, and Russell through. That doesn't look like it, unless this isn't the highlight. This is just a kick-off highlight. Kessel goes along again. Dubidat. We've not really seen an awful lot. To be fair, he's taken his time to get into the side, but he needs matches to be able to do that. Watts. You can see Russell getting in that position between the two centre-backs. It's a worry. And there he goes. It's number 2. And he's decent in the air as well. And we've not dealt with him at all. But we've got nobody else to deal with him. Yeah. So Hilton now. Can we get a goal here? Hilton is looking for the ball in. It's guessed. It's over the top. And unfortunately it's pretty useless. Making a couple of changes. Poirot is coming on. We're going to move Betteridge to an advanced forward. Perry's coming on the left side. A lot of changes going on. Hopefully we can jump into life, because it's been pretty rubbish. We have picked the ball off them there. It's Perry now. He's running forward. And what was that? I thought we were going to see a decent highlight. Here's Hall though. 88 minutes. Now he does have a good free kick on him. He's very useful, but doesn't find anyone. Chambers into Besson. Oh, he shoots from out there. God, what a lunatic. Yeah, I think fair enough. I think when we moved into maybe pushing Betteridge slightly higher up and bringing Poirot on, it was better, and maybe that's how we have to start the next match, and we try and integrate Dubidat a little bit more slowly than we're doing. But yeah, poor performance in the end. Lost 2-0, probably not a surprise, but I'd like to do a little bit more against even these really, really good sides in the league. Like, really good sides. That's what I mean. Right. Oh, damn. Well, let's move on to the next match. Maybe we will do a little bit better in the cup. So as you'll see, we've just dropped out of the league. Downton lost their match as well, which is fine. So we're just 2 points now behind Fawley and Downton. But next up, we have another sort of interesting run of matches. Fleetlands, who are 12th, Isle of Wight, who are Newport Isle of Wight, who are 9th. So those are going to be tricky. But Millbrook at home and Fleet Spurs at home, we should be getting stuff out of, as we should be against Hamworthy Rex. So we got to play Fawley away and then Downton at home. So it's all in our hands. It's still, but I just don't know at the minute. I'm not sure quite we've quite got it. Right, let's go and play that cup game. Right, here we go. Away at Romsey Town. We've had to make some changes because I didn't feel this was good enough last time out. So we have done exactly that. Tactically, we have moved Betteridge to this advanced forward role. Poirot has moved alongside him in place of Davidot, who didn't really do much there. We've also removed the... we've also put the counter on and taken away the long distribution to the target man. So we'll see how that works. I'm not putting distribute quickly on, but I'm thinking about that. And we'll see how this goes. I think we're now in a balanced mentality rather than the cautious one as well. So lots of changes to the tactical instructions, not really to the formation, but hopefully this will be a useful set of changes that might be take Romsey, or we might be a bit of a surprise now to when we play Romsey. Maybe they're not expecting us to be quite as forward thinking. Right, here we go in the quarterfinals. Not bad to get all the way through to a quarterfinal, is it, at this stage? Here's Besant. Hilton on the right side. He's going to try the through ball. He does. He finds the through ball to Hall. Bettridge into the bottom corner. Is that onside? Is that allowed? It doesn't count. Damn it. Just took that run just a little bit. It didn't need to either. Shame. Great start. Kessel trying to find a pass. He finds Metcalf after a bobble and a deflection. Castles, even when we tell him not to do it, he still goes for the long ball. Metcalf through. Bettridge. Oh, it's the post. Oh, no, we should at least be 1-0 up. Why couldn't he have hit the post with the offside and scored with the one that where he was onside? But great start. We're making Romsey worry. Hall's got it back. He's going to have a shot, is he? Ooh, it's bouncing around in there. And it's another corner. Really good start for us. But what would be disappointing is if we ended up conceding to Romsey even after that start. Had the ball in the back of the net. Should have scored a second. Well, Castle's just cleared it. That's not the clearance. There was a much easier header on. His win. There's a lot of space for Sparks. In off the bar. Oh, I mean, it's a cracking strike, but goalkeeper had no hope to get anywhere near that. But what a disappointment after what a start, and then we go 1-0 down to. And I want him to. I mean, we should be running out more quickly there to close him down. You kind of are, but yeah. You can't do anything about that. So ball's in. It found into Chambers. Metcalf. He's played it through. Bettridge is having a lot of success here. Oh, he's chipped it over the bar. Bettridge. All the goals you've scored. Here's Hall now. They've cleared it. Castles has got no pace. Morgan's going to run through us. Oh God, he's past our defence. He's going to. Oh wow, special defending that really was. Half time, and looking at that, we have absolutely bossed the game, and it's really, really frustrating that we are not doing a little bit better than we are. So I probably should have said unlucky there. I didn't do that, but here we go. Here's Hall. Now he's got a good free kick on him. There's a chance here maybe. Oh, it skims the top of the bar. Again, we're close, but no cigar. And you just feel that what's going to happen is that we'll have all of this this possession, these chances, and they'll just find a ball through like that and put it in the back of the net, which they didn't. Is offside? I think no, it wasn't. So we're making a change, and this is James Guest coming on. Clayton Taylor, not really supposed to play out there, but he's actually done quite well in these positions. He's created a few chances, so we'll see if he can make a bit of a difference. Well, Davidot has come on, but it looks like it's probably too little too late, and it's a penalty. Oh, what a disappointing episode. This was a really positive performance against Romsey. Deserved a lot more than we've got out of this game. And frustrating. We are out of the cup as Wynn pops it into the bottom corner. We moved on to a positive. We've made a couple more changes. As I say, Dubidat is on. But 2 games against the top 2 in the league, and we've lost them both. So, Castles just we've looked good here actually. Ooh, Dubidat, he's got himself a goal there. It's a late, but I think it's on offside. We've had too many of those as well. Yeah, just offside. Look at that, and should be Oh dear. So out of the cup second half we were much poorer than in the first half, but after a really good first half, we certainly shouldn't have been down there. So gives us a lot of hope, maybe for the final part of the season, that we might be good enough. I think it was pretty good, that we might be good enough for getting in that top 5 spot, which is what we need to do. And then if we do, then playing and competing with some of these better sides, maybe, if we can play like this. Let me know what you thought of that performance. I mean, the first match was clearly not good enough, but that one was a lot better. Lost 2-0 still, but a lot to be pleased about there. So despite that, we will probably be coming back probably near the end. Not quite sure how many matches we'll play it right at the end, but if it's miles away, if we're not going to get anything out of it, then we will probably just play against Ash United right at the end, and we'll round the season off like that. And but if it looks like we might get into the playoffs, then we might come back a little bit earlier and have a longer episode. Ah, dear me, 2-0 losses. You didn't see a goal. Well, you saw three goals, but all of them were offside. So yeah, not quite what I was after. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and we'll see you for the next one, where hopefully we're still in with a chance of qualifying for the playoffs. Fingers crossed. See you then. Bye-bye.